Scoring points, those are the three guys that you have to go to.
It can be as simple as just your energy and effort. 14 rebounds to 4 we're at right now. There's some certain statistical categories you look at, you say, well, boys, your effort's just not where it needs to be.
Here's another offensive rebound. Kai Soto comes across and blocks that out of play.
Says no, sir.
It's the fundamentals a lot of the times, and the way in which they're being pushed out of it.
Is it fair to say McCarron needs to be a little bit more aggressive on the offensive end? But let me just break your statement down here. So you're saying because he brings the ball down, he shouldn't shoot, or what?
No, what I'm saying.
Because you brought the ball out and you shot that thing every time you had it. So what's the difference?
Well, there's some that can get that done. No. What it is, but it does play on you because you start to think, well, I've got to get others involved. It's not just about me. I've got to lead this team.
Outside. It's not going to count. Tajir McCall 1 from 4. Soto trying to take position on McCall. They couldn't find him. They find Detch instead.
And it's interesting because you look at the little run the Adelaide 36ers have had here. It's good. And whether it's the scoring and you start to feel good about yourself, or I think it's more that the application on the defensive end, they come up with those stops, you start to feel you get a little bit more control of the game.
McCall got into the paint and has picked up another foul. That's his third.
That's just stupid, though.
That's a wild swipe. He's frustrated he missed the shot.
And he's swiping at the ball.
And I think he's a big part of it. And now his individual numbers aren't. He's got the 2 boards. He's 0 of 2. But just his presence down the other end, the block shot.
Oh.
McCarron surveys the floor up ahead. He's got runners everywhere. Detch draws constant.
He just wasn't right. Did a test and wasn't right. So it's been a lot longer since he's had the COVID. But you're right. Maybe it's something that lingers around. It could be.
He dropped a quick 5, though, when he came in, so I'd be asking that coach, hey, man, just throw it inside and let him go to work, man.
Let's get down to Case. It looks a little bit better for the 36ers this term, John.
Certainly a much better second quarter than the opening term, it has to be said. Just further to your discussion regarding Dusty Hannahs, I was told by the physio, Nick Richardson, that it was just as much about his touch. He hadn't touched the ball.
Adam Ford is continuing to ring the changes. Marshall Nelson into the game for his first minutes. Seen a little bit of him in the last couple of weeks.
So he's got hops, too. Got real hops.
He's familiar with this place as well.
Yeah. Adelaide down 2 at quarter time. They were down 14. And this to potentially take the lead. This trip down the floor. McCarron threw it up there.
Oh, how nice was that?
Soto close. But he comes from behind, but this is just a great pass. And Nartai down low. So Zimmerman has to help, but Nartai's got to get into the legs of Soto. He got too close to the rim. Yeah, Soto has been great in this quarter. Really brought the energy. 4 boards. Got a block shot as well. In fact, he's got a couple of block shots.
36ers in front. What a turnaround it's been in this second term. The Taipans are stone cold. Down to Zimmerman. Turns Soto inside out. Their first bucket of the quarter.
From the big Zim.
It was a flop.
I think there is a strong argument that CJ can make that was one that had a bit of a stench of flopping about it.
He did stop. Yeah, he stopped. A stench of flopping.
It just had a little smell of flopping.
Just detected in the air, could you, Drew?
Yeah.
Zimmerman. Gets inside.
This is a new big fella in the legs. So those shots aren't as easy.
Defensive end.
Yeah. They're pressing the whole game. So now that 3-pointer becomes a lot heavier and a lot harder to make because you got no legs.
See more of that?
I'd love to see more of that. Get him going, throw him in that box. There's nobody on the floor can guard him. He's He's playing in the 4 spot right now. He's too heavy for Majukdin.
Zimmerman blocked, but that's going to count. It was on the way.
What a turnaround, tale of 2 quarters, and just hard to get a read on this one about how it's going to unfold. One of the reasons why.
What are you saying?
That they say that the refs were having so much trouble throwing the ball up straight. I promise you, Copes, that was been part of the reason of why they went to the alternating possession, which is...
Look at the ball movement from Adelaide.
Great, wasn't it?
So you're saying the referee can't throw the ball in the air?
I'm just saying that was one of the reasons why they said they went to the alternating possession, was the difficulties with throwing the ball up, and there's a clear foul. And you see the pass, we spoke about the ball movement, the extra passes, but in the first quarter, Cairns were preventing that with their defensive pressure. And they're getting hands on ball and not allowing to whip it around. But as Adam Ford alluded to in that last time out, they look like they're playing catch-up. They look soft, and I'm paraphrasing, but that's what he's alluding to.
They've scored 13 points since quarter time.
That's not enough.
Johnson fed SOTTO. Zimmerman got some arm that time. Good business.
Was he good? Fantastic.
And Jay Sean Tate as well. Shout out to Jay Sean. A couple of years ago was with the Kings, and his rise has been...
I think he crowed because when he first joined the Sydney Kings, I said, he's way too small to play in the NBL. Are you kidding me? They're going to kill him. And he turned... He's
found it hard to get consistent minutes in this rotation. He's earning them today. This Zimmerman, I just found...